I'm here on the job site with Dale, who's a framing contractor.
Hey, good morning.
Dale traded up to Geico Commercial Auto Insurance for all his business vehicles. We're here where he needs us most.
Yep, they sure are.
We make it easy for him to save on all his insurance needs, all in one place, with coverage that fits his business and bottom line. Oh, I shouldn't have looked down.
It's all right.
We're so far up here.
Look at me. Take a deep breath.
No, I'm good. So good.
Get a commercial auto insurance quote today at geico.com and see how much you could save. It feels good to Geico.
Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? We are back for our Friday episode here. We don't have a name for this segment yet. Kind of like a hot takes, controversial, just something that gets everybody a little bit into debate happy, kind of
heated.
You know, this is a heated battle type stuff when it comes to the game of hockey. And this one, I think, Vex, is going to get you a little heated. This one, I think, is going to get you a little heated.
Okay.
And one of the biggest hot take topics that so many people are talking about today is parent behavior in the stands. Parent behavior in the stands in youth hockey. I got a lot to say on this one too. Too. However, I would like to put the ball in your court first. What do you got for me, brother?
I will tell you this. And this is just personal experience. I have no stats, but people from Chicago in the stands are nuts, bro. They are nuts.
I know from experience, dude.
Same. And, actually, it's funny. This is your topic because last week, one of my coaches who works for me at TPH STL, he was watching one of our players play like a week ago or something. There was a team from Chicago in town, and there was a dad behind our goalie who we work with at TPH who had a quarter in his hand. And the whole period, he was banging the quarter on the glass behind the goalie to try and like distract him. And the kid's 15. And I was like, what are you doing? And then my coach, he used to be a boxer, like in the Junior Olympics. So he's not afraid of anybody. And he was just like, hey, dude, what are you doing? And he was like, shut up. And they started yelling at him. And the guy wanted to fight my coach. And I'm like, okay, good luck. He's literally a real boxer. And I remember being in Chicago when I was coaching, and we had a dad there literally ask one of our dads to step outside, but another dad was there who is an FBI guy who had a gun on him. So, don't be idiots. You're embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing the organization. You're embarrassing the rink. You're embarrassing the game. You're embarrassing your child. Stop it. I know that you want the best for your child, and that's amazing. But my mom, had a rule. If you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. Unless the game is so out of hand because the refs are calling such a bad game that it's extremely unsafe, which happens 1 out of 1,000 games. Other than that, keep your mouth shut. You're doing no good for anybody other than cheering.
I would even say in those games, keep your mouth shut, because when you get heated and animated, what do you think? You think that's going to make the ref better at their job?
And the players, they're going to go nuts too.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like it's one of those things that there's no good that comes from it. If you get that heated, take a lap. Take a freaking lap. It's a child's game. It is a kid's game. Take a lap, calm down, because nothing, like I try to look at things usually in black or white to make my decisions, and I'm like, I open this door, I'm yelling, I'm a D-bag in the stands, whatever. Where does that door take me? And where does the door of me saying nothing take me? Okay, that door, I know where that leads. Everyone hates you. Your kid might not make a team because of your behavior. All the scouts in the stands are taking notes. Oh my God, whose parent is that? Jesus. And they will find out every single time. They'll find out who's your kid. But this door where you say nothing bad ever happens over there. So I'm like, pretty easy, decision to make for me,
It's crazy, man. I have a couple things. First of all, you talk about, I think one of the things that you said that really resonates, and I say this to a lot of parents when I do my parent education stuff, is the way that you act in the stands does not represent just you as a parent. It represents your parent group. It represents your organization, potentially represents your town. And what you were saying, Chicago parents are nuts. Like that, you literally just said that. And most importantly, it represents your kid. And you talk to any scout, any college recruiter, junior scout, whatever, they've crossed, and I have too, they've crossed names off of their list of good hockey players based on seeing their parent in the stands. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree most of the time, right? Most of the time. And parents, if they're a problem in youth hockey, they're going to be a problem at every level. And it might not be as vocal, right? So if like, your kid's getting the short end of the stick in youth hockey, you're going to speak your mind to the coach. That doesn't happen in college hockey, but that parent's going to speak their mind to their kid, and it's going to fill their kid with a bunch of excuses and stuff like that, which is just as harmful, maybe even more harmful than anything else, right? So like that's stuff that as scouts, we ask a lot of questions about mom and dad. A lot of questions about mom and dad, because the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, man. It's so for all the parents out there, understand that kids' names have been crossed off lists because of parent behavior and parent behavior in the stands. And going back to it too, like representing, like you never really say if like there's an idiot.
Nobody does selling better than Shopify. Shopify is the home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not so secret with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts go abandoned and way more sales going through. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. On the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more, sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout that Skims uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period for 3 months at shopify.com/Westwood1, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Westwood1 to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Westwood1.
The secret is out. With millions of younger-looking customers across the country, Plexiderm is one of the most highly sought-after products on the market. It visibly shrinks under-eye bags and smooths out crow's feet in minutes, and the effects last up to 10 hours. Influencers love it, magazines feature it, and people just can't get enough of it. As a matter of fact, Elle Magazine gave it an Editor's Choice Award as Best Instant Wrinkle Filler for 2025. In as little as 10 minutes, Plexiderm reduces the appearance of fine lines, wrinkles, and those dreaded under-eye bags. So yes, you can look years younger in minutes, and the effects last for hours. No surgery, no gimmicks, just results. The best news, you can try Plexiderm for only $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Don't wait. Order Plexiderm today. Visit plexiderm.com/special. That's plexiderm.com/special. Paid for by Sheer Science.
Most people don't realize how much of their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making billions pulling details about you from public records and the internet, then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance, all backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might just sell credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it together at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/secure. Protect yourself now at aura.com/secure.
Get parent on the other side. It's never really like that parent's an idiot. It's that group of parents are idiots, even if it's just one person. So if you're a parent and there's another parent on your team that's acting like an idiot, it's your responsibility. Like you should take like an oath or something at the beginning of the year as a parent group that like we're going to take care of each other. And when somebody gets negative or somebody gets lippy or somebody gets whatever, like we're going to take care of each other because you represent more than just yourself. And so I think it's, yeah, man, like It's crazy. The other thing I'll say too, and you know, my mom was a hockey manager for a long time. And for one of my brother's teams, there was a dad in the stands that was acting out, yelling too much, really negative, all that stuff. And so my mom is the manager and the coach, they warned him, gave him a warning. And he's like, okay, I'll change. And then didn't. And then had to give him another warning. And then he didn't change again. And then so my mom, being the sly manager that she is, she had another parent in the stands pretend to videotape the game. She wasn't videotaping the game. They were videotaping that parent the entire time. And so after the game, they brought the parent down, had them watch the video, and the parent was mortified. This dad was mortified, like seeing himself and the way that he was like talking and yelling and acting. And he was like, I look like this. And they were like, yeah, why do you think we've tried to warn you? And he was like, I'm really sorry. This will never happen again. I get it now. And so like, that's another thing too, why I think it's really important that as a group, you kind of hone each other in, because it's like, we get emotional about our kids.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's normal. We want what's best for our kids. When our kids are getting wronged, it creates an emotional response in us. And sometimes we don't even realize we're doing it, you know? And so I just think like as a parent group, when we talk about this parent behavior in the stands, like if it's me, you know, I'm going up to that person and be like, you do realize, like if it's midget hockey, like you do realize that you're really hurting your kid right now. Like if there's a person that likes your kid, like they're going to cross a name off your list, like just so relax, you know? And so, and the other thing too, like you said it before, like the kids, they kind of take on that attitude of what's going on in the stands.
I mean,
both ways too. Like if it's, what better as a kid than to have like a stands or a group, a parent group or whatever, that's like really loud in a positive way. Like that gives you momentum and that's fun to play. And then on the other side, it's just like the complete opposite, you know, like it turns negative.
You know, and I just always think about, and obviously sometimes your emotions get the best of you, but it's like, we're talking about the people who are at every game screaming their head off, unhappy, chirping their own team, chirping the other team, chirping the refs. That's who we're talking about here in this segment right now. And I always think about like, this is all youth sports is a teaching lesson at all times. Your kid's not playing a lot. Well, again, door one, door two. Door one, oh, you should be playing more. Oh, you're better than so-and-so. Oh, you're getting screwed. Well, what does that do to them the next time they hit a roadblock in their life?
100%, man.
Or the other door. Let's talk. You talk to the coach, ask what you can work on, ask how you can be better. I want you to start thinking about, am I eating right? Am I sleeping right? Am I practicing at home? Am I working out? Am I doing everything I possibly can to show that coach that I deserve to play more? Are you doing that? No. Well, then let's start with your own personal responsibility and try to be your best. And let's see where that gets us before anything else, because we need to be our best here. You know, other parents are yelling at your team, at the refs, blah, blah, blah. My team, you do not talk to any parent of any other team ever. 0, or else you sit a period. You do not talk back to the refs ever, or else you sit. Like, these are the types of rules and things that we want to have in place to teach respect and teach all these life lessons within the confines of a sport that the kids love and holds all of their attention. So maybe try and pause and think about all of these things and why they're actually in hockey. And I know it's tough. But
and last thing, because I know we don't have much time left, but like there is a ref shortage in the game. There is a ref shortage in the game.
Yeah.
Because of not just parents, coaches too. But young kids are getting into it and they're like, nope, I'm good. Like, this isn't fun. I don't like being yelled at by old people.
That's why I stopped.
And I know that games have been canceled because there's just not enough refs. Like, that's a reality, guys. That is an absolute reality. So I think that's something we got to take into account too, especially if it's a young ref, man. Like, do you want anybody showing up at your job and yelling at you that has no idea what's going on? Like, because you didn't get a report in on time, or, you know, you misspelled a word on an important email, or I don't know.
What is it you do here?
Gonna talk with the Bobs later. Anyways, good stuff, Vex. Time's up.
Share the show.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.